Hi everyone, it's Keeley here again, and a huge welcome back to the channel, and a really warm welcome if you're new here as well. I hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you're all well. And okay, in today's quick daily reading, I am asked a lot, why am I being ghosted? Why is there no contact? And why is this person not coming forward? Why is your person not coming forward? Why are they ghosting you even? And what is stopping a reconciliation? So that is what I'm going to have a look into today for you. Like I said, I get asked this question a lot, so that's what today's reading is going to be about. Before I start though, if you would like a personal read, if you just click on the title, if you're on a cell phone, that will take you to the link in the description box, or if not, if you just go underneath the ad into the description box and the link is there. Also, if you would like a free relationship report, if you're interested in that, that's also in the description box. Okay, so today I'm going to have a look at, like I said, why you're being ghosted, why there's no contact, why this person's not coming forward. So let's get going. Okay. Right, for some people, your person actually is hot and cold. So for some of you, you might be getting partial communication. I feel for some of you that your person might send a message and you might speak and then they pull back. Very hot and cold. But I'm going to have a look at why they're hot and cold. Yeah, some of you totally uncommunicative, they're not speaking at all. Like I say, for some, you get the odd message or you think you might be working it out and then it just all goes wrong again. Now, let's see what else we've got. Structure, yeah, and for some of you, it looks like your person's environment that they're actually in doesn't have a lot of structure at the moment. Yeah, and for some of you, your person is just being completely thoughtless. They are just being completely thoughtless. So let's see what this hot and cold's about. So I just get a feeling that it is somebody who almost leads you on a bit. I feel that the hot and cold energy is for some of you, like I say, always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Some of this energy is very hot and cold. Like I say, almost like they lead you on a bit. Let's just have a look. Yeah. For some of you, it's almost as if your person, it doesn't matter what you do for them, what you offer them, it's like they're just not interested. And the reason for this, I feel, is your person isn't very happy with them in themselves. There's absolutely nothing you could do. You can do anything more than you've already done, because I do feel for a lot of you that you've given as much really as you can give at the moment. And your person is just completely self-absorbed. So for some people, that's why you're being ghosted. That's why there's no real communication. That's why they're in and out, because they are completely self-absorbed as to what they want. This is the energy of a person who is emotionally avoidant. It's somebody who you can run around after them till you're blue in the face. You can bend over backwards, and to be honest, they'll still throw it back at you, or they'll just say everything's your fault. So that's for some of you. Now the ones where there's absolutely zero communication, uncommunicative. We'll see why that is. Let's see why that is. Spirit, why is this person not communicating at all, please, Spirit? Why is this person not communicating at all? Yeah, for some of you, let's be honest, always honest, there is a third party. There is a third party involved for some people. That's why there is absolutely no communication. And I'm getting that this is because whoever the third party is, they've got your person almost in a bit of a corner. That's what I'm getting. So your person doesn't feel like they can communicate at the moment because of a third party's control. Let's see what else we can get. Yeah, I'm also getting there's a lot of secrets. So for some of you, you're being ghosted because your person doesn't want you to know the truth about their life. They don't want you to know what's going on. They just literally put a complete wall up. They're just being extremely secretive. And I feel this is because the actual fabric of their day-to-day life isn't working out how they thought it would be. It's not going as well as they thought it would be. And I think they feel a bit embarrassed. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that basically they just made a mess of it. They just made a mess of it. I feel that somebody was extremely reckless and they thought the grass was greener, but it hasn't worked out. So that's a very, very strong energy of why you're being ghosted. They don't want you to find out that things are not as stable as they're making out they are. Yeah. And for some of you, there's an energy of recklessness where your person is extremely confused. They are looking at lots of options. This is the energy of a person who procrastinates. So if your person's not talking to you, there is an energy here of them making reckless choices. They are bouncing from one thing to the next, but not actually achieving anything with anything. They're not actually settling down to one thing. They are very confused in their life at the moment. They have a lot of options on the table and they don't really know which one to pick. So instead of, taking a step back and taking a long, hard look at, what happened in what's happening in their lives, excuse me, and also what happened in your relationship, they're just bouncing around from one bright, shiny object to the next. But they're also reckless. They don't stick with anything. This person, this energy, this person's just not sticking with anything. They just procrastinate. They do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a few promises here, a few empty promises there, but they're not sticking with it. So that's the overall energy, really, of why you are being ghosted, and why there is no communication. There's just a very strong collective energy now here of somebody who, like I said, is emotionally avoidant. They are secretive. It's somebody who hides stuff from you. It's somebody who doesn't tell you the truth. It's somebody who's reckless. It's someone who makes choices. And I feel very strongly they've made reckless choices in the past, which is very, very strongly affecting you now. They have done things, they've chosen things, they've almost gone off at tangents, they're just in, out, in, out, in, out. And that is why they are ghosting you, because their energy hasn't changed. They are still sat in that reckless, hot and cold energy that was there when you were with them. They don't seem to have learnt anything at the moment from this. They're just really stuck in this in, out energy. So what I'm going to do now is just see how they feel deep down. Because this energy I'm getting is what they're presenting to the world. Like I said, your person is emotionally Emotionally reckless. Like I say, it's someone who will turn the tap on and off with their emotions with you. 1 minute you think you might be getting somewhere with them, and the next minute you're not. And you can't work out why. You just, why am I being ghosted? And that's why, because this person really is being rather selfish, secretive. They're in a pity party. It's all about them. It's everything. It's as if, but I feel wherever they are, whatever they're doing, they're still not happy. They're not happy. I don't think anything at the moment would make this person happy. I think they're looking for happiness outside of themselves. Whereas I feel for the energy that you're starting to heal, you do accept, no relationship's perfect. We all make mistakes. You accept that. But I feel at the moment, whoever, the person's energy this is, on the outside, they're not really accepting that they have really done anything wrong. They're just feeling sorry for themselves. They're not taking responsibility for their actions. But I'm seeing now what they would say to you, what they really feel deep, deep, deep down. Deep down. Got a very mixed energy here. Yeah, just as I thought. Yeah, this person's bouncing in and out. Okay. one minute you're getting from them, I'm not available. Then the next minute, I want to be more than friends. And then, my life is not together as it seems, and I wonder if you're happy without me. So that's the hot and cold. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Like I said, they are almost putting on a front that everything's okay. But they're not happy. But because they're in this energy of really feeling so sorry for themselves, as if it's somebody who feels like the whole world has done them wrong. And it's nobody else's fault. Sorry, it's not their fault. It's everybody else's fault. They just feel that the whole world has done them wrong. But they miss you. This energy for weeks now, they do miss you. But that is the reason that they are ghosting you. Because they are sat in a pity party, feeling so sorry for themselves. But instead of coming forward and being honest with you, they're thinking, well, okay, I'll try a bit of this instead, or I'll try a bit of that. But deep down, they are not together. They haven't got their crap together. They're definitely not happy. And they do wonder if you're happy without them. So I'm going to see now, let's just see what action they might take. See what action they might take. But the trouble is, for you, this energy is really painful because, like I said, we all make mistakes. This person is not taking responsibility. And you must always remember that you have to come first, that you have to have time to heal. And every time this person comes in and out with the hot and cold energy, it's like having a scab. And it just starts to heal. And then they come back in and it drops off again, and then it has to heal again because they're just feeling so sorry for themselves. They're just being very, very selfish. It's a very selfish energy. I've got a lot of water. I've got a lot of Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. In fact, it's all water. So, this person's emotionally immature. They're emotionally immature. Told a lot of lies in previous relationships, and they are telling a lot of lies wherever they are now. And whoever they're with and whatever they're doing, the person that they're with or people that they're with don't even realise that they're now looking at other options, because nothing seems to satisfy them. Nothing seems to satisfy them. Let's just see what's bothering them. That's what I want to look at. What's bothering them? Oh, got it again. That's the second time. The 7 of Cups. Yeah. Second deck. They are just procrastinating. This is somebody who always thinks there's something better. Always thinks there's something better. They get bored so easily. And that, you know, this can be somebody who looks at other people online, who's chatting online, who's looking at certain websites, you know, the kind of thing I mean, that sort of thing. They're never, ever satisfied. And the thing that I'm being told to say today to you is, you need to heal. You need to heal, because whilst this person is still in this energy of never being happy, it doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter if they're with you, or if it doesn't matter if they're with somebody else or doing whatever they're doing. They're still not happy. They're still almost looking for that golden egg, you know, where you just think, there's something better, there's something better. And they don't commit to anything. They don't commit to anything. And I feel for a lot of you, they've just left a absolute mess, you know, in the wake, in the, you know, just complete mess. They've left you in a mess. They've left a complete mess behind them. And they're about to do it again. Wherever they are about to do it again. But they do miss you. They do miss you. And their life is not together. But I just don't see, like I say, in today's energy, that they're really going to do a lot about it. But we'll see what action they're going to take. No, they're not. 2 of Pentacles, no. This person is all over the place. Their emotions are up, they're down, they're in, they're out. They just want their cake and they want to eat it. I just get very strongly for some of you, everything they do, it's just like they're playing at it. You know, they just don't take their responsibilities seriously enough. You know, it's almost like everything's a big joke. That they just don't seem to have any realization of how emotionally bereft all of this has made you feel. And at the moment, I just feel really they're just, you know, out for themselves. I do get that, again, I always seem to get this financial, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. And for some people, they've just gone where, they've just gone where the money is. But emotionally, they're just all over the place. Their attention is here, it's there, it's, well, okay, maybe I'll do this. Just very self-absorbed. So let's just see what else we can get. Yeah, they're this way and they're that way. They are very hard to pin down, this person. This person is very, very hard to pin down. They love their freedom so much that they don't really seem to care about the chaos they leave behind. Could be someone who's actually messed up a business as well, I'm getting. Yeah, stalk. They just like new things. They just don't settle. They just don't settle to one thing. They just like new things. It could be somebody who has moved back with you, then they've moved away again, or they've asked you to move back, and then it's all gone wrong, and they've moved out. And every new beginning they start, it causes absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. You know, this person's energy is it is a bit of a mess, actually. It is a bit of a mess. So just see what action they might take, or just over the next few weeks. Oops, it's too many cards. But you need to heal. This isn't a very positive energy, really. Yeah, I think for some people, your person, like I said, they do think about you, but this person's very egocentric. They're very egotistical. It's definitely all about them. It could be a Leo, actually. This is someone also who gets over optimistic. They have a plan, and everyone else can see it's just not going to work. But they just know this will work. We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll do that. And I think for some of you, this has affected your life because, unfortunately, some of their plans haven't quite turned out. And these plans they make are just, they're pie in the sky, a lot of them, and you're left picking up the pieces. And I think that goes back to this Lenormand card, that they make changes, they bring changes in, they want new things. Or like I say, they might say, let's move here, or let's buy this house, or let's start this business, or change jobs, or do this and I'll do that, and it all just goes to a bit of just rat poo, to be honest. They're not very good at sustaining things. They're not reliable. They're just not reliable at all. And I say very, very egotistical. They get it's almost like they become over optimistic about things. They just think everything's going to work out, and it doesn't. So that's basically why, what's going on, why they're ghosting you, why they're not talking to you, because, like I say, that they're just feeling sorry for themselves. They're thinking about moving on. I feel for some of you, definitely moving back to you. Do I think they've changed? I still think they feel very sorry for themselves, and that until they shift that energy and start to settle down a bit, then you could still have the same problems you've had before. Let's just have a few more. Yeah, they don't take relationships too seriously, which I think to start with is great. I think for some of you, this person could be great fun. They could be just good fun and really, happy-go-lucky. But that's great in the beginning of a relationship. But life's hard. Things get in the way and things have to be done, and they just bail. But calling in your soulmate, I think I said that about a few minutes earlier. Yeah, I think for some of you, they will come back. They will bounce back. They feel a very strong connection to you. But this reading I've done today is to tell you that, they are still in a slightly reckless energy. They are still feeling sorry for themselves. So, when that contact's made, just make sure that they are putting everything on the table, and that they're going to support you, and that they're going to take care of you, and they're going to listen to you. Because, relationships are a two-way street. It's not just all about this person sat here refusing everything that you offer them. So there we go. That's the energy today. I hope that's helped you. I hope, that is for somebody. Like I always say, it's a general read, so take what resonates. But I hope it's helped you. And if you do want a personal read, just check out the description box below. And also there is a free relationship report in the description as well. So thanks for watching, and thanks for your comments, your likes, everything. It's lovely. And take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.